It is early in the morning, and yet we are here. Why is that? Because of dreams, because of desires to accomplish something. So, to do something, we have to have an impulse, a desire, a reason to do something. So, there's the emotional piece, where I see most people failing on that is they have a desire to be something, but they don't have a desire to do the work, the painful work most of the time to do that, like getting up early in the morning to work on that before your actual day starts. That is the sacrifice that indicates that you are serious about what you're doing. It's not just as a desire. I would like to be a portrait artist. I've said that before. I bought a bunch of books. I've signed up for a bunch of courses that I didn't attend, and I'm not a portrait artist, but it is something I'd like to do. It's not a passion of mine. I'd like to have that skill set, but I don't. And I don't have the will to develop that skill set. I could, but I would have to give up something else because you can only have one or two true passions in life. And that doesn't mean you can't be good at a bunch of things. It means that those are the core of who you're at. Mine is music, and specifically within music, the overlapping voice, guitar, and songwriting. Those are the three things that are really important to me. And I pursue those things on a daily basis. So when we do something, we have to agree to ourselves that we are going to do that regardless of how we feel. If you really want to be good at something, you can't feel it every day. And you can't have discipline. You have to develop a plan to craft your life around that. But the initial impulse, what do you want to do? People don't want to waste that. They say, well, what if I'm not meant to do it? You don't need to ask that. If you want to do something and it's really important, all you have to do is put in the time and you will get there. I've had people that have learned to play guitar that have been developmentally disabled in a pretty impactful way, and they learned how to play guitar or sing or develop songs. If they can do that with cognitive impacts, why can't you do it? And the answer is a decision not to do it. So that inspires me. I can do something and I can do something more. So, how am I going to go about that? How am I going to make that work for me? So, I have some things to, I've always got sayings that kind of encapsulate the ideas that we're talking about, that initial impulse, deciding what you're going to do. So let's decide what we're going to do and let's do it. And let's not turn back. We can doubt, but we cannot stop. So, Tony Robbins, we overestimate what we can do in a year, but we underestimate what we can accomplish in a decade. If you have a dream, start today. Every action compounds over time. So you have a decade to work with. So if you've got a decade, right now you can say, I want to be the hot new kid on the block in the physics department. Even though you're 60, you've got 10 years. Sign up for classes in spring of 2025. Get your bachelor's, master's, doctorate, do some research, get a job, and you're there. You can do that. I don't want to do that, but you may want to do that. Or you may want to, it would take 10 years to really develop a high level of um, physical ability to participate in the Olympics. So why not do that? Or to become a great artist of some sort. Why not do that? The idea is, boy, that's a lot to think about. So I've got another saying. Will Smith, there's no reason to have a plan B because it distracts from plan A. Keep moving and time will reward your commitment. Do it every day and focus on that. I have several clients who come in and say, I'm a doctor or a lawyer now, and it's okay for me to write songs, learn to sing, play guitar. And that's okay, certainly. However, if you really want to do those things up front, you don't want to wait until you're finished with everything else and then you can work on it. Work on it today, make it primary, and spend 15 or 20 minutes every day doing it. You do that, and you're going to be a virtuoso in a 10 or 15-year period. If you focus on the right things, do it the right way, do it every day. All right. What is next? Richard Branson's. And I like this. Richard Branson said, if your dreams don't scare you, they're too small. There's no age limit to success, just as there's no age limit on the time you can dedicate to reaching your dreams. So I get told all the time, I'm probably too old. No, you're not. I probably don't have the capability. Yes, you do. The idea is that fear. Tackle that fear. Get in there, do it. And I'll see you tomorrow again as we continue to drive to our dreams.